Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I hope you'll be fine. This is chapter number 9, Sequences and Functions of Cambridge Lower Secondary, book 7. We have already covered a few questions from exercise 9.1 and 9.2. Now we are heading towards 9.3. In this exercise, now we have to figure out the nth term. We have to use the nth term. We have to find out what would be the nth term in the given sequence, how to find it out, and let's see what are the rules that we can find for the given sequence. So if we talk about question number 1, it says copy and complete the workings shown to work out the nth term rule for the sequence. If we look at the given term, which is 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30. Okay, so there is a difference of 6 every time. We are adding 6 into every term to get the next term. So how can we find the nth term for any given number, any given pattern? So let's say this is the first term, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Since we are adding 6 into it, so to find out the pattern, what we have to do, we just have to multiply the pattern number with 6. Since all these numbers are multiples of 6 and it's starting from 6 itself, so it means the first term would be 1 multiplied by 6, the second term will be 2 multiplied by 6, the third term would be 3 multiplied by 6, the fourth term would be 4 multiplied by 6. You see, so whatever is the term number, we are multiplying it by 6 to find out the nth term. So if we have to find out what would be the number of dots, or what would be the nth term for any particular number of term, we will simply multiply the position number with 6 to find out the term n. Okay, so any term means n, any term is equals to 6 multiplied by position number. So the nth term rule is equals to 6n. And for position number, and term is nth. Okay, so nth term is equals to 6 multiplied by n, where n expresses the position number and nth term is the term on that particular number. So using this rule, we can work out the 10th term. So in place of nth, we can write 10th term is equals to 6 multiplied by 10. Similarly, if we have to find out 15th term, so 6 multiplied by 15, that's all. So 6 tens are 60 and 6 multiplied by 15 is equals to 90. So the 10th term would be 60 and the 15th term would be 90. You see how easy it is. Now let's talk about question number 2. In part A, they have given us sequence 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. So if we talk about the nth term, what do we have to do? We have to make a table, position number, and the term. So the position number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the term is, at position 1 is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So what is happening every time? We are multiplying the position number with 5. That's all. So we can say that the nth term would be position number multiplied by 5. That is, nth term is equals to 5n. n multiplied by 5 or 5n. That's all. Similarly, 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. We have to do the same, exactly the same. In position numbers, you are going to write the same, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in term places, you will write 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. And since we are multiplying every time with 8, so the term rule would be n multiplied by 8 is the nth term for part B. Similarly, for part C, we can see that there is a difference of 15 every time and the number is starting from 15. So first term would be 1 multiplied by 15, second would be 15 multiplied by 2, third 15 multiplied by 3, fourth 15 multiplied by 4. So whatever is the position number, we are multiplying it by 15. So the term would be, nth term would be n multiplied by 15. That's all. Okay. Now, let's move to question number 3. Question number 3 says, for each of the sequence in question number 2, use its nth term rule to work out the 8th term and 20th term. So there we have the term rules. Let's write down the term rules. For the first one, it was 5n. For term number, for part B, it was 8n. And for part C, it was 15n. That's all. So we have to find out what would be the term at 8. First, we have to find out 8th term. So it's simple. We will simply multiply 5 with 8. We will get 40. It means 8th term would be 40 in part A. It would be 64 in part B. And it would be 15 multiplied by 8, which is 120 in the third term. Similarly, if we have to find out the 20th term or any other term, we will simply apply this rule, which is 5 multiplied by 20, 8 multiplied by 20, 15 multiplied by 20. Okay, to find out the 20th term, we will first multiply it with 5 and the answer would be 100. That is in part A, where the sequence was 5, 10, 15, 20. The 20th term would be 100. In the second part, where the sequence was 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, so on, the 20th term would be 8 multiplied by 20, which is 160. And for the last part, the 15th, having 15n, that is the first term was 15, then 30, then 45, then 60, then 75. The 20th term would be 15 multiplied by 2, which is 300. That is, the 20th term would be 300 in this one. Okay, now let's do question number 4, which says copy and complete the workings to find out the nth term rule for this sequence. Now, in this sequence, we can see that the first number is 6, but there is not the difference of 6. Now they are not applying the same rule that we have done in question number 2 and 3. There is a slight difference. Every time we are adding 1 into the previous term, not 6 anymore. Okay, it means we are not doing the same thing, that is applying this multiple of 6 every time, but we are adding 1 into it. So the first number is 6. What are we doing? We are adding 5 into it. Then for the second term, we are adding again 5, but we are adding 5 with 2. So whatever is the position number, we are adding 5 to get the term at that position. Like if I have to find out the term at 11th position, what do? I will simply add 11 with 5 to find out the term at 11th position. So the nth term would be n plus 11. Okay, so the nth term rule is 11 plus n. You see? Now we have to use the rule to work out the 20th term. What would be the 20th term? It would be simple. Since nth term is equals to 11 plus n, so 20th term would be 11 plus 20. We will simply replace the n. Okay, wherever n comes, we will replace those values. So in place of 20, n, we are writing 20. So here I'm going to write 20 as well. So the 20th term would be 31. And similarly, if we have to find out the 35th term, so it would be 11 plus 35, which is 46. This is how we have to do these type of questions. Oh, sorry, students, it was not 11, it was 5 basically. Why did I write 11? I don't know. So it would be position number plus 5 since there is 5 over here. So it would be position number plus 5 and the nth term would be 5 plus n. You see? So it would be 5 plus n. So 20 plus 5 is equals to 25 and 35 plus 5 is equals to 40. So the 20th term would be 25 and the 35th term would be 40. Make a correction over here. Now let's do question number 5 the same way. The first term is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we can say that the term position number is first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and the term numbers are 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So what are we doing every time? We are adding 9 into it. Okay, this is position number and this is the term. So position number is n plus 9. So term rule would be 9 plus n for part A. For part B, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's like position number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the terms are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So what are we doing now? Plus 4. So the term rule would be for part B, term nth term is equals to n plus 4. These are n's and this is the constant number that we are adding every time to the term. Then we have 23, 20, 22, 23, 24. So the term numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So what is happening over here? We are adding 21. So the term would be n plus 21. And for the last one, it is 43, 44, 45. Again, the term number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. First one was 43. So what are we doing? We are adding 42 every time. You can check for any number. 2 plus 42 is equals to 44, 3 plus 42, 45, 4 plus 42 is 46, and so on. So the term would be n plus 42 for this one. Now, after finding the nth term for each sequence, we have to find out the nth term rule to work out the 8th term and then 20th term. So the 8th term in part A would be 9 plus 8, which is 17. And 20th term would be 9 plus 20, which is 29. And we have to do the same for the others. That is 8th term is equals to 8 plus 4, which is 12. 20th term is equals to 20 plus 4, which is 24. Right? How easy it is. You just have to focus that what pattern is followed and you just have to apply that. That's all. Next we have eighth term is equals to 8 plus 21, which is 29. And 20th term is equals to 20 plus 21, which is 41. Similarly, for the last part, 8th term is equals to 8 plus 42, which is 50. 20th term is equals to 20 plus 42, which is 62. And the next question says Zara is looking at the sequence -4, -5, -4, -3, -2. So what is happening over here? Students, remember, when the positive numbers decreases, we subtract. But when negative numbers seems to decrease, they are basically getting added. So -5, -4, -3, -2. If we will draw these numbers on a number line, we will see that we are going towards right. -5, -4, -3, -2, -1 comes 0 and then starts the positive numbers. It means from the left side, we are going towards the right. And whenever we move towards the right side, we are basically adding. So here also we are adding 1 every time. -5 plus 1 is equals to -4. -4 plus 1 is equals to -3. -3 plus 1 is equals to -2. -2 plus 1 is equals to -1. -1 plus 1 is equals to 0. So you see, what are we doing? We are adding every time. Zara is saying that I think the nth term rule is n minus 6. Is she correct or not? Let us see. The first term, let us write down the position numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the terms are -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. Okay, so what is the difference between them? We are basically subtracting 6 because the difference between -5 -1 is equals to -6. How can we find the difference between the two terms? Basically, we will take the term and the term number and we will subtract them. So it's -4, -2. This minus sign is basically we are using to subtract the 2 and we will get -6 every time. It means the difference between the position number and the term is -6. So yes, Zara is absolutely correct. Zara is saying nth term is equals to n minus 6. Exactly. This is the n, right? And we are subtracting it with 6 to find out the term on that particular nth number. Okay, so yes, Sarah is correct. 1 minus 6 is equals to -5. 2 minus 4 is equals to, sorry, 2 minus 6 is equals to -4. 3 minus 6 is equals to -3. So yes, Zara is correct. So we have completed till question number 7. Inshallah, in the next video, we are going to do a few more questions. Until then, take care. If you are new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends as much as you can. Also, if you have any questions or comments, you can ask me in the comment section or you can contact me on my WhatsApp. Take care.